Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Another video for you guys. So I've had a few questions on this car. I know you guys have seen it. This is the daily. So it's a 01 Jetta with the TDI, same motor as the truck. It's ALH. So I'm going to go over kind of what's done to it. So first off, what the turbo we got is also from X-Man. It's a stage 1, I believe. It's still a pretty small turbo. It's just a touch bigger than like your V&T 17, and it's also got a billet wheel. Next, I got the 11 mil pump. I got a full PD 150 intake setup, so the intake manifold, and then this pipe here, air box, 3-inch MAF, all that is from a PD 150. Custom intercooler piping that I built, a custom down pipe that I built. It's 2.5 inch, and then 2.5 inch straight pipe all the way out. It's got a lift pump, the same one as the truck, and also this one is tuned by Jeff as well. And this thing runs pretty freaking good for how small this turbo is. It runs pretty good, and I still get 45 miles to gallon, so can't complain there. I really didn't want to build this thing really high horsepower, high torque. It's a daily driver and it's got to hold together, so that's kind of why I went with a smaller turbo. And it's got a pretty freaking amazing power for what it's done. So I gotta say that this is my first TDI. And this is actually really what got me to build my truck. I've always been a Toyota guy. I've had Toyota since I'm 15 years old. I bought one and fixed it up for my first truck when I got my license, and ever since then I've been pretty much into the 89 to 95 Toyotas. I had a few 06, 07 Tacomas and a couple 4Runners. But other than that, it's all been the older Toyota pickups, and I've always wanted a diesel. And actually, probably, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I had a 4Runner. It was a 90 4Runner, and I bought a whole OM 617, the Mercedes 5-cylinder turbo diesel. I bought the whole car. I was gonna swap it, and I just don't know why I never did. But I never did it, and ever since then I've been itching to do one. And after I got this car and I put some go fast parts on it, I was freaking impressed with the power it put out, and that's kind of what made me want to swap the truck. And these things are extremely reliable. They get amazing fuel mileage, and the motors are tiny. Like, compare that to a 5-cylinder Mercedes engine. This thing fits a lot better. You don't have to cut the crap out of your core support to get it to fit. So that's kind of what got me into wanting to build the truck with the Volkswagen engine. So a little backstory for you guys. But I do have something to do on the car. So it's got the stock 4-spoke steering wheel, and that thing is freaking ugly. So I picked up this 3-spoke, and I'm going to swap this in. It's basically just like you're replacing a stock steering wheel. It bolts in the same, everything mounts the same. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some stuff apart. You got to pull this upper trim piece off the console or the steering column, and I got gauges on there, so I'm going to pull my gauges out and pull that whole cover off to get access to that to the back of the steering wheel, where you stick a screwdriver in to release the clips that hold the airbag in. And another thing I forgot to add, you want to pull your positive battery cable off just to be safe. You don't want the airbag to go off. So pull that battery cable off and usually let it sit for a little bit before you start messing with it. Alright guys, now what we gotta do is turn the steering wheel like that. So there's a hole in the back of this cover, or the back of the steering wheel, that you stick a flat blade screwdriver through, and you got to pry on. There's a spring inside of this steering wheel holding on the airbag. So you stick your screwdriver in and you pull up, and it depresses that spring and releases the airbag from the steering wheel. So it takes a little doing. It's hard to find that spring, so just mess around with it a little bit, see if you can get it. And you can actually feel the airbag move when you're on that spring. So just mess around with it, try to get it. Once you get one, it's a lot easier to find the second one. And that center bolt is a triple square. So this is a 12mm triple square. So loosen that up, and before you pull the wheel off, make sure that thing is straight so you can get the new wheel on straight. And actually, if you look close, there's a mark right there, and there's also a mark on the top, on the shaft itself. So you can line that up. And all you got to do with the new airbag is clip these in. So you just basically hook your wire up and push it right into the wheel. Alright guys, well there it is. Steering wheel install is done. Definitely a lot more modern looking steering wheel. So let me know what you guys think. And once spring comes around, as you can see, not the best weather for the car. So once spring comes, we're going to be doing more mods, building more things, and got wheels and tires and whatever else for it. So stay tuned if you guys want to see that, and let me know if you guys have any more questions on the car. I know I haven't really filmed a lot of it, kind of built it before I started the YouTube. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.